I want to ask you questions like, what tactics did you use to lie? What was something you told yourself about me that kept you from stopping? What were some things you expected me just to get over? Did you ever plan ahead for how you would lie if you would get caught? Can you look back over history and watch your heart harden? Another question could be, what did you need to hear to truly start to change? What is something you did to cover your tracks that you never told anyone?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Welcome to the Couple Cure. Here's Jay and Lori Pyatt.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Couple Cure YouTube channel. This is season 6. Please bear with us as we are kind of changing the background and testing some new cameras and lighting.
Yeah, we also have a new audio setup that we're going to try to really dial in. We might go back to our old setup. But yeah, so bear with us. And we don't even know what we're going to call this yet because Jay, I think he has an idea. But I'm going to ask him if he's up for kind of, well, do you know what
I do not know.
at all?
No.
So you didn't see like a paper laying around because I found the paper. I was like, oh crap, I saw it.
No, I didn't see.
You didn't see it? Okay. So my idea was to kind of put you in the hot seat by asking you some hard questions.
Okay.
Like, and you can choose not to do this because some of them are hard. And addicts out there might be going like, no, don't give out our trade secrets. So you might have to, think about whether you want to do this or not. So
Okay.
I want to ask you questions like, what tactics did you use to lie and cover up your using? How did you justify your lies? Or was there a moment where you almost told the truth, but then held back, and why? What emotions were you avoiding through using? What were some things you expected me just to get over? Did you ever think she'll never leave me so I can keep doing this? What is something you did to cover your tracks that you never told anyone?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Did you ever plan ahead for how you would lie if you would get caught?
Yeah.
You don't have to answer that
Yeah.
now, but I think we've talked about that one before in a way.
Right.
What are some things I did that made you better at lying?
Hmm.
Or made you, allowed you to keep hiding your usage? What was something you told yourself about me that kept you from stopping? And I think I know what that is. At least one of the things that we talked about. What's the number one thing you wish betrayed wives knew about their husbands' lies or porn usage? When did you finally understand the full weight of what you did? What was it like watching me cry over something you did? Because I remember just the look I got from you, but we can go into that later. And can you look back over history and like watch your heart harden? What are some things you did in order to pretend to change?
Wow. These are going to be some challenging questions.
Because memory or
Well,
just
memory, but also I'd have to think about it, but it's like it's not coming to mind. Maybe I did do some of these, maybe I didn't.
uh-huh.
So,
Yeah,
we'll
I know
see.
these are things we haven't at least talked about in a while. Because I know we talked about, you're only pretending to change.
Right.
When did you finally realize I have destroyed my own marriage?
Mm.
Another question could be, what did you need to hear from your wife to truly start to change? All right.
Right.
So that's just a few of them that we could cover.
Right.
I wanted to give Jay a taste of what we might cover so he could decide to or not to
Right.
do that. But to do this. So what do you think? Are you up for it?
I'm up for it.
Are you?
Again, I don't know I don't know if I have answers to those questions directly, but I I'm all in on it.
Okay. Even if you can't think of, I know exactly what I did,
Right.
Maybe you haven't pinned it as, oh, that was me pretending to change.
Right.
Another question that's coming to mind right now is, were you ever relieved when some of your accountability partners didn't really chase you down or make you, kind of press you on doing better?
Right.
I was thinking about that whole scenario way back when.
Yeah.
So you're up for it?
I'm up for it.
Okay. So if I read off any question, I circled them. Some of them will probably combine together, but if there were some that you really, really wanted the answer to, then, put it in the comments below.
Right.
And yeah.
I would think if you have a question, like if you wanted to ask a zinger, this is an opportunity to do it. One of the easiest, most simple ways you can support us is to follow us on YouTube and to subscribe, but also you can help us out by posting stuff in the comments. And so if you have a question you want to ask, I can't guarantee that I'll answer everything, but I'll do my best to give it a shot.
Yeah. And just know that I don't know how much I'll be getting back to seeing the comments, especially if it's after the first couple weeks of this releasing. So if I miss it, just, I'm sorry. But yeah, there was something else I was going to say. I also, in this season, want to be a little more natural, less teachy, more relating. And typically what we'll do after these things is we'll let it run and then edit it out. But I might have some like behind the scenes conversations that we typically have, because we had one this morning that was like, oh my gosh, but it was so funny. Anyway, I want to start like, if there's something funny, I'll add that to the, maybe behind the scenes thing. But also, I don't know what to call this season, like addict in a hot seat or addicted thinking, sober thinking, because that's something that
The secrets of my secrets.
oh, that's a good one. But I was also thinking, okay, old you used to think this way. What is your thinking now?
Right.
So if you have an idea for a title for this, put it in the comments as well. And I think we'll let you go. We are just about, in fact, I sprung this on Jay. I've been working like a dog all week trying to get this whole thing set up. And some cameras just were not dialing in. I don't even know if this is going to be all grainy or not, but I'll work on it in post-production. But Jay was packing the car because we were going on
our 30th anniversary weekend trip.
Yeah. Anyway, so he came down. I was like, well, everything but the cats is loaded. So I'm like, you want to record? So, anyway, here we are. He's a good sport. But we will see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.